The Humane Society of Sedona is located on Shelby Drive in Sedona. Open daily from 10 to 4, they offer adoptable dogs, cats, and rabbits too. This Humane Society will host up to 1,000 animals a year. Volunteers are always needed in local rescues and animal shelters. Ask to speak with the volunteer coordinator. Visit the Humane Society of Sedona online or in person for more information about adopting a new pet.
Well, this precious little fella is named Snickers, which is an appropriate name for him because he's full of energy and full of excitement every day. He moves around really fast. He loves to go on his walks. He came to us on March 18th, and he is a Jack Russell Terrier mix, about a year and a month old. And he could probably use a little training because he definitely knows what he wants. He's got his own mind. But he is very playful, very affectionate. He would get along, I think, good with other dogs if introduced, and they weren't too big for him. Probably cats are not a good idea. He'd be great in a household that had a lot of women, because he seems to like women. He wants to be the man of the house. He'd have to warm up to a male, but I think that's possible. He's been walked by some of our men walkers, so it just takes time. His one special needs is that he is allergic to some food products, so he has to be on grain-free food, on a grain-free diet. But he really is a funny little guy because he will run around, he'll play in the yard, but he also loves to be held, he loves to get affection. He gives great kisses, yes you do. And so he'd be great in a household that wants a dog that has a lot of personality and high energy and who you're willing to do a little bit of training with. But he's a really great guy, so we hope you come check out Mr. Snickers. Right, I know. This handsome lad is named Ike. And Ike is one of our newbies. He came to us in the beginning of February. He's a 1-year-old heeler mix, and he has been with the family. He was surrendered. He's lived with dogs and cats and kids, and he's very, very sweet and affectionate. His one challenge, though, is when he gets bored, he likes to escape, so he's jumped a fence multiple times. So if he's in a family that would give him a lot of love and attention, play with him, keep him busy, or if he was in a situation where he had a job to do, he would be great. He's very friendly. As I said, at a year old, he has a lot of living yet to do, and he would be really easy to walk because he walk him on a harness. He's great to walk, but he does have a lot of energy. So he needs to be in a family that really wants to give him a lot of love and attention. Play ball with him. He loves to play ball, run around, and he gives good kisses too, don't you? Yes, you do. He gives very good kisses, and he's just a really, really sweet young boy who just needs another chance at life and somebody who's going to work with him. He's very smart as well, so I think he'd be very easy to train. So please come check him out because he is a wonderful, wonderful boy, and he deserves a really good home. This is one of our younger gals. Her name is Nova. She's about a 2-year-old Staffordshire Terrier. She came to us in November as a stray, so we really don't have a lot of information about her. And when she first came in, she was really terrified. She'd obviously recently had a litter of puppies, so we really don't know what that was all about. But since she's been here, she's become a favorite of everybody's because she's very loving. Once she gets to know you, she's very sweet. She walks really well on her harness. and she doesn't seem to care about other dogs. So dogs would have to be introduced with her, but we haven't seen her react negatively with any other dogs. And she probably would not be good with cats, just the breed is just not known to be good with cats. But she's very, very sweet and very loving. And she would probably take a little bit of time to warm up to new people, but if you came and spent some time with her, once she gets to know you, you should see her reaction to a couple of the kennel staff these two young men that she loves, when they come out, she absolutely squeals. She has a totally different personality and runs around like crazy in the yard. So you can tell that once she gets to know somebody, she really warms up and is a loving, loving girl. But she's probably had a hard beginning to life, so we want to make sure she goes to a home that has some patience with her and a lot of love to give, and I think she would return it in dozen folds, right, sweetheart? So just come check her out. Her name is Nova. So this handsome young boy with his flying nun ears is named Flash. And Flash came to us in the middle of February, and he is a 2-year-old min pin with a lot of energy. If you know anything about min pins, they have a lot of energy. But he also is a lover. He loves to be with people. He loves to sit in laps. He loves to get a lot of attention. He loves his treats as well. And he's a pretty fun walk because he jumps all over the place. He's very exuberant. He likes to check out everything on his walk that he can. He seems to be really friendly with other dogs. He wants to play with them. He came from a household where he lived with adults and other dogs, so he would be probably fine in a multiple dog household. He's actually been kenneled with another dog, so he's good with other dogs as long as they're introduced and they get along. And he would be best in an adult household, not with small children probably. He's a little bit scared of people when he first meets them, but once he gets to know you, he's a love bunny. He really does love to get his attention. And I think if you had a household where you gave him a lot of time, because he does have a little bit of separation anxiety if he's left alone, so he likes to be with people that are going to be with him a lot. So that would be the best kind of situation for him. If you, he loves to play with a rope, by the way, too. He loves to run around in the courtyard with a rope in his mouth. So he's very playful with toys, and he would enjoy that kind of a situation. So we're hoping that you would come and check him out. What are you hiding your face for? Look at the camera. There you go. So he's a very, very sweet boy. He's one of our little munchkins, and we love him, and we just want him to go to a good home. We'll give him a lot of love and attention. Right, honey? Yeah, I know.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.
I actually work with special needs adults. One of our clients' mom is a Jackson Hewitt tax preparer. She said, you can get extra money for your expense for your driving. I got $3,000 back. I feel safe with Jackson Hewitt.
Your local Taco Bell invites you to Live Más. There are now 3 varieties of Doritos Locos Tacos at Taco Bell: Nacho Cheese, Cool Ranch, and the new Fiery Doritos Locos Taco. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell, located on the corner of Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Más.
This wonderful, wonderful little guy is named Ranger. He's one of the favorites, the new favorites at our shelter. He came to us on March 18th, and he's a 5-year-old Jack Russell. and he is just the sweetest boy on the planet. He reminds us of, for those of you that have watched the Thin Man series, Asta, the dog on the Thin Man, or Frasier's dog, his dad's dog on Frasier. And he really is the cutest little guy. He is a perfect little walk. His little legs go as fast as they can carry him, but he's very easy to walk, and he just loves people. He loves attention. He seems to get along with other dogs just fine. Cats could be questionable because Jack Russells are usually not good with cats, but he's just a very, very sweet, sweet boy. He also has an issue with food, though, so he has to be on a grain-free diet. So he has to be on a special diet, but he would give any household a lot of love and a lot of affection and a lot of fun because he just has a great outgoing personality. He's easy to get to know. He really, he likes to play. He likes to get attention. So we're really hoping that somebody will come and take him home because he deserves a great home with a lot of love and attention. Don't you, sweetheart? It's a good boy. Yes. So this adorable little munchkin, one of our favorites here, is named Hope. She is a 2-year-old Chihuahua mix, and she came to us about a month ago, and she is just really adorable. She came with another Chihuahua named Hamlet, Hope and Hamlet got adopted last week, so she's all alone in her kennel, although she was in with 2 other dogs that also got adopted, so she's by herself now. And she's a very, very sweet girl. She loves attention. She loves to be petted. She's a little bit shy at first when she meets people, so you have to go slow with her. But once she knows you, she jumps up on your lap. She runs around. Her and Hamlet would chase each other around the courtyard. And she loves to roll on her back and get her tummy rubbed. She, you can't see from because she's got her sweater on, but she's had multiple litters of puppies as young as she is. So she may have been used as a breeder dog. And she's very tiny. She's a small, small little Chihuahua. And so she would be perfect in an adult home. I don't think she'd be good in a home with children or with bigger dogs. She should be with an older couple or an adult couple where she has quiet. And she would just lie on your lap or on the couch next to you while you read or watch TV. She would just love the attention. She is the funniest little thing on her walk because she's got these fast little legs that go a mile a minute. And she'll walk as fast with you as you want to walk. And she's very, very easy to walk with. And so she loves her treats, by the way, too. She loves to get her treats. So we're hoping you come check her out because she's really looking to go from her kennel where she's all alone to a loving home and have a lot of love and attention, and she'll give it right back to you. So please come check out our Hope, our little munch. Well, here we have our little Buddy. Buddy is a 1-year-old Corgi mix that came to us as a stray November 21st. He is very timid at first with new people, but once he gets to know you, he is really a sweetheart. He loves attention. He's got high energy. He loves to run around and play in the courtyard. He's actually kenneled with a fat female Chihuahua named Sugar, and they curl up on the bed together, so he gets along with other dogs. There have been as many as 3 dogs with him in the kennel, and he's been really good with all of them. He loves to go up to the park and just run till his heart's content, chasing dogs around and chasing balls around. And he's just a sweet, sweet boy, but he's going to need some confidence because he probably had a troubled first year. But he's really, really very, very sweet, and we're just hoping that he's a tiny guy, as you can see. He's not a big dog, and he's going to be full grown. He's not going to get any bigger than this. And we're just hoping that somebody will come and want to love him, because once he gets to know you, He'll be an absolute sweetheart. So please come check him out. Right, mister? Yes. Beautiful fellow is named Thor. He has a fabulous name because he's a fabulous boy. He's a 2-year-old lab mix who came to us on 9/26 as a surrender. He has lived in a home with kids and women and men, and he gets along fabulous with families. He also is great with female dogs. He was kenneled with another female dog for a while until she got adopted, but he doesn't like competition, so he's not good with other male dogs. He also probably would not be good with cats because he's very active. He's got a lot of energy. He's a great walk. He loves to walk. He'd be a great hiking dog because of his energy level. And his favorite pastime is to play ball. So he is like the Energizer Bunny with balls. You can throw balls, he'll bring them back, he'll drop them. You can tell him to go long and he'll run out and he'll catch them. So he's a great, great play dog for a family that wants somebody with high energy and a loving nature. Aren't you? Yes, you're a loving dog. And so we really hope you come and check him out because he really deserves to go to a great home. He's a super boy and one of our favorites here. So please come check out Thor. So this wonderfully handsome young lad is named Oreo, and he is a 1-year-old Catahoula leopard dog that came to us on the 10th of March. He is as sweet as you could have a dog be. He just has such a wonderful personality. He lived in a home, slept in a bed with the daughter, has lived with dogs, has been with children. He is a super easy walk, but he doesn't like to look at the camera. He's a super easy walk, and he loves to play, loves to have attention. I don't think he has a mean bone in his body. He's easily trainable. He's just got a lot of stuff going for him. He loves to run around in the park. He is affectionate and loving with his lamb's ears, and so we really hope that he gets to go to a home that is looking for a dog that they're going to spend a lot of time with and give a lot of love to, because he's going to return it to you, I tell you. He is just one of the most remarkable young boys, and we really, really love him, and we want him to go to a loving home. And he would probably, be good even with cats, I think. He just, like I say, he doesn't have a mean bone in his body. He's just a real, real sweetheart, and we want him to be happy, don't we? Yes, we do. So come check out our Oreo.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Humane Society of Sedona.
Your local Taco Bell invites you to Live Moss. There are now 3 varieties of Doritos Locos Tacos at Taco Bell: Nacho Cheese, Cool Ranch, and the new Fiery Doritos Locos Taco. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell, located on the corner of Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
I keep a file where I have everything that's tax deductible. Then when I bring it in, it's all right there. When you first retire, you want to go to someone that you really have confidence in and that you trust, and I trust Jackson Hewitt. I'm Terry Morgan, and I'm a real Jackson Hewitt customer.
This is Nesta. He is a 5 to 6 month old kitten. He's fully vaccinated and he's been neutered, and he will suit any sort of home. He is a black and white kitty, or a bit of a tuxedo, and he's sweet. He's purring and he's gentle, and he's probably very, very playful. He's got a sibling downstairs. He lives in the big room until he's been adopted. Pretty much all the siblings that came in together have now been adopted. So he's one of the last to go, and he's just really sweet, really friendly, very easily to handle, very easy to handle.
Okay, this is the Magic Merlin. There were 6 other Merlins before him, and he is by far the prettiest and most beautiful Merlin we've had here. He's 3 years old. He came in on the 14th, so he hasn't been here a long time, and he would like to keep it that way, wouldn't you? Yes, you would. He's neutered, obviously a male, housebroken. He gets along with other kitties. He's affectionate and he talks. And he has a high energy, which means he'd be fun to play with. You could roll a ball or wiggle a feather at him, or let him listen to the noise of the water cooler over there, and he'd want to know what it was all about. He's purring, very low purr, but he's a purr. And he's very patient because he got his nails cut just before we brought him up here, and he was very nice about it. He didn't try to tell me I shouldn't do it. And he would love to have a home now. He says, I've been here a little while, it's not a bad place, but I'm really ready to have my own home. And this is Merlin, the Magic Kitty.
This is Callie. She is an absolutely stunning calico kitty. She's long hair and has the most beautiful markings. She loves her fur being brushed, and that's a fun activity for her. When she's brushed, she looks absolutely splendid. She's about 4 years old, and she's lived with dogs and kids, and she loves to play. So she really is just a kitten at heart. She would suit, I think, any sort of home. I don't know how she is with other kitties, but she's a very mellow, sweet little kitty. So she'll probably cope as long as the kitties aren't too strong with her. But yeah, she's a very, very pretty girl. This is Samantha. She is a beautiful long hair, pale orange tabby. She and her brother came into the shelter because their folks moved away to Hawaii. And she and her brother thought it was a bit sad, and so they've been a little bit despondent, but we've been trying to cheer them up. And she is around 7 or 8 years old, as is her brother Coco. And she's got a really, really gentle personality. Considering she's such a large girl, she is really gentle, easy to handle. I think once she gets into a home environment, she will relax really, really quickly. I think she's just used to living in a home and just wonders what she's doing here in a shelter. But I think that will pass off very, very quickly. I think she'll make a lovely, lovely family pet. And she's obviously lived with other kitties. This is Luna. She's a black short-haired kitty, and she is 4 years old. She's quite plump. She's been very, very well cared for. And I think she'd suit any sort of home, not least because she's outgoing and she's very confident. And yeah, I think she's just a great cat. She's lived with other kitties, so she's got a very adaptable personality, I think. This is Ty. He is 10 years old. He is a black and white kitty, otherwise known as a tuxedo, although tuxedos generally have a little bit more black. He's very sweet, very soft, very gentle. He's obedient and mellow. He would be great in any sort of family. He has lived with other cats and children and people, adults that is. So he would be a great addition to any family. He came in with his brother, not his it's not his age, but another one just looks just like him, a little bit younger, and they can go to either together or separately. So, and he's ready for his forever home. And he is currently at the front desk at the Humane Society of Sedona.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Humane Society of Sedona.
Hey, it's your girl Jillian with a big offer called Switch and Save. Switch to Jackson Hewitt from any competitor and save $50 off your tax prep fees from last year. How cool is that? Check out the details on jacksonhewitt.com.
We know life can be time-consuming, especially when you're running a business. You'd love to give more to your community, but you just can't find the time to do both. What if there was an easy way for you to run your business while giving back to your community? Would you do it? You can do both by enrolling in the new Payments in Kind Give Back program from National Processing Solutions. What is the Payments in Kind Give Back program? As an NPS merchant, NPS will give back 20% of their proceeds to any local charity or organization of your choice. The donation is in your name and is made at zero cost to you. To find out how, visit paymentsinkind.com or call us at 888-696-7783. That's 888-696-7783. The Payments in Kind Give Back program, helping you help your community.
This is Lola. She is 4.5 years old and she is a diluted calico. She really is a rather pretty girl. She's got kind of fluffy fur and she's got these beautiful, beautiful splashes of colour on her fur. So she's a great looking gal. She came from a home that had dogs and people, but she really is not into kids, but she does like dogs and other kitties. So pretty much any sort of home except for young children would suit her just great.
This guy's name is Teddy, and he's just like a little teddy bear. He's very soft, very sweet. He's about 1 year and 5 months, or probably 1.5 years by now. They've got him down as a domestic long hair, but I'm thinking he's got some Manx in him, because look at those whiskers, look at those ears. You got Manx in you, fella, which means he's going to be very low-key, very sweet, have a very silky coat. He was brought in from he was sleeping in a crate outdoors, if you can imagine something like that. This beautiful kitty. So he's not been here very long, but he's much rather be here than sleeping in a crate outdoors. Huh, sweetie? Yeah. But he says, I would really like to find a home because I am very playful, very sweet. I'm purring right now, and I could be just somebody's little teddy bear if they wanted to take me home.
This is Minu. He's just coming up 3 years old. He's lived with kitties and he likes people. Hello, darling. He's a long-haired black kitty. He just isn't long-haired at the moment because we gave him a lion cut, so he may have had a mat, but he looks rather handsome even with the lion cut. But his long hair will grow back, and that won't take too long. He's got a really nice nature. He likes to sit on laps, and he would probably suit any sort of home. Just not sure about kids because he hasn't lived with them, and not sure about dogs because he hasn't lived with them. But sometimes just slow introductions and kitties do adapt. This kitty's name is Moon. He's black, he's soft. He was found as a stray wandering, but he's a sweet, gentle little guy, and he would probably suit any sort of home. He's very mellow, so I think he must have been loved in his past and got lost somewhere and then ended up here with us. He's 5 years old, and yeah, he's ready for adoption now. We haven't had him very long. He's very silky, very soft. This is Radar. He's 2.5 years old. And he really is a beautiful boy, very silky and sleek. He's a little bit quiet, but he does like the company of other kitties. And I think a quiet home would suit him probably best. I think he's probably playful. He was sick earlier in the year and we had to treat him, but now he's all better. But that was a quiet time for him because he had to be confined while he was getting better. But he's all good now. And yeah, he's ready to go to his new home. And he's a really delicious tabby. Very, very beautiful markings. And a handsome boy.
After the break, we'll visit with the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.
Verde Veterinary Hospital in Cottonwood is your full-service companion animal hospital and has achieved AAHA accreditation, reflecting total commitment to provide quality veterinary care throughout the life of your pet. Verde Vet provides comprehensive medical, surgical, and dental care and offers 24-hour emergency service and house calls. Heartworm testing, feline viral testing, and nail testing, all available without an appointment. Verde Veterinary Hospital.
Your local Taco Bell invites you to Live Moss. There are now 3 varieties of Doritos Locos Tacos at Taco Bell: Nacho Cheese, Cool Ranch, and the new Fiery Doritos Locos Taco. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell, located on the corner of Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
The Adopt for Life Center for Animals is located on Mingus Avenue in Cottonwood, open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 3. They offer many adoptable dogs and cats. Volunteers are always needed in local rescues and animal shelters. Ask to speak with the volunteer coordinator. Visit the Adopt for Life Center for Animals online or in person for more information about adopting a new pet.
This beautiful guy is Hulk, or as we call him, the Hulkster. Hulk is a 2-year-old hound mix. He is extremely compact and powerful. He will pull you a little bit on his walks, at least when he first starts out. After that, he calms down a little bit. He's a total lover. He loves people like crazy, see, and he gives wonderful kisses. He just wants to be with his people, and he loves to play. If you've got kids that can toss balls and sticks to them, he will chase them all day long and wear your kids right down so you have a real good night's sleep afterwards. He is a bundle of energy. A home with a fenced yard is probably going to be the best match for him. As I say, he'd be fine with kids. He's a little selective in terms of other dogs. He's not overly aggressive, and then he's not overly friendly either. He would have to be, slowly introduced to the other animal. I think things would be fine then. But he's not one that's going to run up and greet another dog and become instant friends with him, I don't think. He could fool you, but I think you're going to need to spend a little bit of time with him on that. He would be wonderful for an active family that could take him on hikes or vacations and things like that. As long as he's with his people, he is very, very, very happy. That's what he lives for. He lives for his humans, and he lives to play. And that's pretty much all I can tell you about him. Those are his great qualities. And can I have one more, Chris? Yeah, thank you for that. Okay. And that's my buddy Hulkster. This beautiful little guy is Slingo. Slingo is a 2-year-old Shepherd Terrier mix. At least that's our best guess on him. Slingo is a little bit on the shy side. It takes a while to get to know you, but he's really, really a sweet little puppy dog. He's very, very good on his walks. He likes to explore a little bit, but not a whole lot. And he likes to go from one side to the other. So when you walk him, you got to be really cautious, and try not to stumble your feet or anything, because that's just enough to give him a little bit of a scare there, and he kind of moves away from you a little bit. But once he gets to know you, he's really, really good. I always had a little bit of a problem getting him out of the cage because I think I'm big and imposing, and he wasn't real happy with that. But now we're doing pretty good, aren't we? Huh? We're doing pretty good, aren't we? Yes, we are. Well, thank you for kisses. Slingo is not an overly active dog. He's got a lot of energy in him, but he's got a very mellow side as well. I would strongly suggest that people interested in adopting him not have a real active and loud home. Little kids maybe might even scare him a little bit. You could always try it and see. I think he'd be great with the kids, but a lot of loud noises and things kind of set him off right now. Once he got comfortable and knew he could trust the environment and trust the people, I think that would probably subside. But for initially, I just think more of a quiet home would be the best match for him. He's just absolutely loving and adoring, and he'd make a wonderful, wonderful pet. So if you think you've got the right match for him, why don't you come by and check him out and see what you think about him. Again, this is Slingo, a 2-year-old Shepherd Terrier mix. This guy is called Samsonite. I don't know if that's because he likes to travel or what, but that's his name, Samsonite. Samsonite is a lab mix of some sort. Brown, 2 years old, male neutered, ready to go. Would love to have a new home. He's been here since December, so he's getting tired of this house. He wants a new one. Samsonite's a pretty good guy. He's pretty good on his walks. A little bit on the anxious side. He likes to get out and roam and have a good time. I think a home with a yard would probably be best for him just because of his activity level. But he's a pretty good guy. Gets along well with people, kind of a sweetheart. A little bit of a mind of his own, but you know, nothing that's too unusual. As you can see right now, he's ready to go. He's not much for just sitting around doing nothing. Yeah. So, likes people, gets along well with them. Not too aggressive with other dogs. I think, you know, he's not the type that's going to go after him to attack him and stuff. So once he gets a good introduction with them, I think he's going to get along pretty well with everybody. Don't know that, but that's just my guess. We have had him out in the yard with another dog, so I know he does get along with dogs, but I don't know if that's a universal statement for him. I'm thinking a house, you know, a family would be good for him. He'd get along well with kids. An active lifestyle, a family that has an active lifestyle that can include him in some of the activities would probably be helpful. He would enjoy that. He's good in the cage, so I don't know that being left alone would be a problem, but you know, no one wants to be left alone, so he would do better if you were able to take him along with you, and if there was someone around the house, you know, more often than not, I think that'd be a good deal for him. So this is my buddy Samsonite. Yeah. Say hi to the cameras. This is Charlie. Charlie is a 2-year-old black lab mix. Pretty much pure black lab, I would think, because there's personality-wise, temperament-wise, activity-wise. I mean, he replicates a purebred black lab as close as you can possibly do it. Gets along real well. He's very friendly with people. Gets along with the other dogs pretty good. High activity level. He loves his walks. He loves his human attention and pets. He's a smart dog, a little bit strong-willed, but I think he'd make a perfect animal for any family. Would you? Yeah, you would. Yeah. So I would suggest that, you know, a home with a fenced yard. He's, like I say, he's active and he really likes to go for his walks. He's excellent on walks. Hardly pulls at all. I'm not altogether sure, but I would almost guess he's housebroken too, because when we take him out, he's pretty anxious to do his business out there, and I don't ever see much of anything in his cage. So as long as he's getting out, I think you could probably be well on your way to housebreaking him if he's not already housebroken. So all in all, he's an excellent dog. Be a real good choice for anyone that's looking for a good companion or someone the kids can play with and enjoy and just fit right into a family environment. And that's our buddy Charlie. This beautiful guy is Zilly. Zilly is our most senior resident here. He's been here for 13 months, which is way, way too long for an animal to be in this environment. So we really need to find him a home, and we need to find him a home quickly. Zilly's a 2 or 3 year old golden retriever mix of some sort. He's highly active, needs lots of exercise, but he's an absolute love bug. I love this guy. We've been together so long that we have a real special relationship, and I really need to find him somebody that can share the love that he has to give. Zilly is a very active fellow, so he would do best in a family that, you know, likes to hike or get out and be active themselves and can take him with them. He does not do very well with little kids, so if you have children, they'd have to be kind of older. He is not fond of cats whatsoever, and he doesn't do real well with other dogs either. So best combination for him would probably be, you know, a home with a, you know, a young couple or a middle-aged couple, someone that's, you know, active lifestyle, doesn't have any children, or if they do have children, the children are older. And again, no pets, no other pets in the home would be the best suggestion for him. He will, with his energy level, he really needs to exercise a lot. So I would really suggest a fenced yard, a home with a fenced yard. The fence should probably be a higher fence because he's fully capable of, he's so big he could probably get over a smaller fence if he desired to do that. Hopefully he would like his house so much he wouldn't want to do that. You'd like your people, wouldn't you? Yeah. And all around, he's just a wonderful, wonderful guy. He's so friendly with people. I kind of have to, because he's so big and crazy sometimes, I have to kind of manhandle him to get a leash and stuff on him, and he never ever shows any aggression whatsoever. So that's really a positive thing, and he'd just make a wonderful companion. He'll bond with you and just, you know, increase your happiness, I'm sure. And that's my good buddy Zilly. This is Fringe. Fringe is a 2 to 3 year old pit bull, Staffordshire Terrier mix. Weighs in at somewhere between 80 and 100 pounds probably. One of the most powerful dogs you're ever going to experience. You're going to have somebody that can control him. And I go 250 pounds and I have a struggle with him. So that gives you any barometer on what we're talking about here. The good thing for all of this is he is just a love bug. Can I have kisses? I want a kiss. Give me a kiss. Thank you for kisses. So he loves human beings, does not like other dogs, does not like cats. It's going to have to be the only pet in the home. He demands all of your attention, doesn't want to share with anybody. Highly active. I'd like to tell you he's easy to take for walks, but he's not. He likes to pull a lot, and you know, he'll let up a little bit as he go along, but you know, your first couple hundred yards is going to be an experience with him. But he's well behaved. I mean, other than the fact he just wants to do his thing when he goes on walks, it's not his fault. We just don't walk fast enough. That's the only problem. He's got his own pace in mind, and we just don't keep up with it. So, but he's really a good guy, and he'll have a lot of fun with them. He'll bond with you. As you see, he's very, very friendly toward people. He loves everybody he meets. He'd probably be great with kids too if he wouldn't knock them over. That's the only concern I'd have for that. But he's just a wonderful, wonderful guy. He's only been with us a couple months, but with his size and strength, he's going to be hard to place. So if you think you have any interest in him whatsoever, I'd get in here and take a look at him, because we don't want to keep him around long. He's the type of an animal that really needs to get out and get some exercise and get into a good home where people can love him and he can love them back. And that's my buddy Fringe. This active guy is Jojo. Jojo is an Australian Shepherd mix. He's got beautiful, beautiful coloring to him, beautiful eyes, beautiful personality. He's just a beautiful, beautiful guy. Right now he's looking for treats. He's highly motivated for treats, by the way, if you can't tell that already. He's an active guy. He's pretty powerful. Loves his walks and outdoor time. He's definitely an outdoor dog. He's got a thick coat on him, and he's really, really highly active. He's going to need a home with a fenced yard. An apartment just won't do for him. And if you're an active family and like to do walks or hunt or something like that, he'd be absolutely perfect. He's very alert. We were out walking today and we came across a bunch of quail, and he smelled them before I saw them or heard them, and then all of a sudden they took off, and he was at full alert for that. He was ready to go. He was like, let me go, let me get at those guys. So he's a real good dog, again, for outdoor people. He'd be fine with kids, probably not small kids, because he's so active and playful that he jumps a lot, and that might be problematic. I don't know. He's not too bad, but he's bad enough that if it was a very small child with his size and power, he'd probably knock that child over, and we don't want that to happen. He's kind of indifferent toward other animals. He's not very aggressive that I can see. He doesn't present well in his cage, but other than that, he's really good. It's kind of a common trait for a lot of the dogs here. Once you get him out of the cage, he is a much different animal than he is in the cage. So that's our JoJo. I think with a little bit of training, he's going to really be a great dog for somebody. He's absolutely beautiful. And how about kisses? Can we get kisses? Good kisses. All right.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.
Verde Veterinary Hospital in Cottonwood is your full-service companion animal hospital and has achieved AAHA accreditation, reflecting total commitment to provide quality veterinary care throughout the life of your pet. Verde Vet provides comprehensive medical, surgical, and dental care and offers 24-hour emergency service and house calls. Heartworm testing, feline viral testing, and nail testing, all available without an appointment. Verde Veterinary Hospital.
When you first retire, you go from having the income coming in to being on fixed income. You're worried about keeping what you've got. And it's nice to know that I've got Jackson Hewitt to help take some of that worry off my shoulders.
This is Miracle, a one-year-old Torby, combination tortoise shell and tabby. She is very friendly, a real love. She was found in the neighborhood just north of us here at the shelter. She'd been chased onto a rooftop by a dog, and a neighbor collected her and brought her to the shelter so we could find a home. She's very friendly, likes other cats, has a great purr box, and would make a great addition to any home. Again, this is Miracle, a one-year-old female Torby, and she would be a fine addition to your home. This is Tommy. He's about 8-month-old, faded orange and white tabby male. He was a stray. He is one of the most friendly cats you'll ever meet. He gets along well with other cats, and he likes to play, of course, but he also likes to snuggle. He has a great purr box, And again, Tommy, 8-month-old, faded orange and white male tabby, and he would make a great addition to any home. Leela, 2-year-old, gray and white, beautiful girl, surrendered because her previous family didn't, quote, have time to take care of her. So she could be living in your home. She's very playful. She's a little timid. We don't know how she does with dogs. She has a great purr when she gets to know you. And again, 2-year-old, gray and white, female, very curious, very playful, and very beautiful, Leela. This is Ice. She's about a year and a half old female, very beautiful, very friendly. She came to us as a stray. She gets along pretty good with other cats. She doesn't like dogs much. She likes to be a lap cat. She's quite playful. And again, honey, look at the camera. This is Ice, about a year and a half old female, and she would make a fine addition to anyone's home. This is Amber, 7-year-old female. She has a bit of a sad story. Her and her sister, Green Eyes, were surrendered to the shelter because their mom had to go into assisted living and could no longer care for them. So they've been slowly adjusting, and they would love to go home together. They've been raised and lived together their whole lives. They're very sweet, make great lap cats. And again, Amber, 7-year-old female, and would be a great addition to any home. This is Ambrosia, a dilute calico, mature lady of about 5. She likes to play. She has a good purr box. She came to us as a stray, gets along well with other cats, and would be a great addition to anybody's home. A little bit shy till she gets to know you, but once she gets to know you, she's highly affectionate. And again, Ambrosia, 5-year-old dilute calico, looking for her forever home. This is Base, 1.5-year-old male, gray and white tabby, has beautiful blue eyes. He's highly curious, very energetic. He likes to play. He also likes to cuddle. He has a great purr box and gets along well with other cats. He would be a great addition to anybody's home. Again, Base, 1.5-year-old male tabby with beautiful blue eyes, waiting to see you.
All animals leaving the Adopt for Life Center for Animals are given rabies vaccinations that are spayed or neutered. If the animal's not old enough, vouchers will be given to the adopted family. Visit the Adopt for Life Center for Animals on Mingus Avenue in Cottonwood to visit with any of the animals seen on this program. More pets are waiting for new homes at the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.